Welcome back. Poem time once again. So, this next piece is one of the many pieces I will and have written about social media. As you can probably tell by now, I suffer with social anxiety. I'm basically an extrovert trapped in an introvert's mindset, I think. So, as you can imagine, trying to navigate a world in which social media is so prominent and it's just there all the time with all social interactions is actually quite stressful. Stressful for me, really. So this is one of the first of many pieces I've written, trying to get out my frustrations of what it's like living in this new social media world we all seem to have found ourselves in. So, yes, this one is called Socially Scared. I don't fit into this social media world. I struggle to cope with the way it's unfold. I wouldn't say I'm an introvert at heart, but I do find it so hard to be a part of all these constant messages and posts. Always feel on the sidelines, a social ghost. I've become too wrapped up at being on my own that I even struggle to converse on the phone. The need to be social, I just don't possess. The road before has me stuck in repress. I don't like all my free time lost to replies. The constant unread words build and pressurise. Constantly trapped between two minds. Between ignorance or being kind. I want to be a good person and a good friend. But when will this social anxiety end? It pains me. I'm not the best to my peers. Been hiding myself away for so many years. Every unanswered phone call leaves me feeling ashamed. It's the main reason most of my worries are made. I hate the way I have to force making plans. But I'll make sure that part of me never wins, and I'll always try my best to be there. I'll always do my best to show them that I care. I'll keep in touch in my own little way, even if that takes a few extra days. But I'm so lucky that I have the friends that I do, that understand the way I am and what's going through my head and why sometimes I don't reply. As sometimes I don't even know why. It's just that talking to no one seems easier than someone. But I wish I didn't always feel I have to run away from getting close to the ones I care about. I wish I wasn't always so scared of going out. I remember back when I was younger, I didn't have a care in the world. I was stronger. No Facebook reality to take my attention. No fear of my life's direction. I just did what I wanted when I wanted. My life wasn't so formally haunted. But back then, I didn't have any self-worth. Back then, I didn't put myself first. My company was mostly toxic. So much so that I almost lost it. And not only has this past created a version of me that's socially unrelated, but it also took away my valuable time. I gave too much away, helping lost people shine. And yes, I know I say the past has been and gone, but my loss I find it hard to move on from, as it's made the pressure rise in my head. So much of my inspiration wasted dead. So much of my energy and flair was sucked away till it was no longer there. My teens and 20s sometimes feel like a waste. Life just felt like I was being lapped in a race. So now I feel like I have to work overtime to claim back what was once mine. I feel like I'm sometimes trapped in a paradox and it makes me feel down an awful lot, as not only do I struggle to connect as my past has so much pain and neglect, but I feel I can sacrifice little time to building the relationships of mine. As it's not only is it something I'm afraid of, picking it over my own creative time is a difficult payoff. And nowadays, it's not all just meeting up to stay in touch. So many cyber connections, it all feels too much. There's Facebook, Insta, Snapchat, so many invisible ways to make contact. And everyone's in on it. They're all dedicated. Half of it's not even real. So many fake it. It feels strange being on the sidelines of what now makes up social guidelines. I don't want to converse via the internet, but I do still want to try and connect. I want to have close friends and social groups, but if I'm not online, I feel I'm out the loop. I don't feel like sharing what I'm up to each day. I don't feel like publicly narrating my way. I just want to live my life and be creative. Work hard to make my life the way it is. Be there for the ones I love when they need me. Catch up. Share some laughs when I feel free. But I don't want all my moments that have been to have been spent with my face glued to a screen. Or if they are, make it doing something productive. Not into an addiction that's destructive. Like writing poems or making music. Doing this is much more therapeutic. But I'm sick of feeling guilty that I don't take part. That I don't get so involved in the difficult art of being social every second of the day. I just don't think I ever have that much to say. But I do care, and that is most important. But my love cannot be shown through data content. So if you are a part of my life and someone I know, please understand it's sometimes hard to show how I really feel and what you mean to me by how much I check in or by the messages you see. Instead, only judge by when we are together. They are the interactions that matter. As if it comes down to the activity on my phone, then I'd always beat myself up and feel alone, and I don't want to live feeling bad. I don't want having friends to make me feel sad, as I've got so much love to give. That's there while I learn how to deal with the fear that I have that's evolved in my soul. The fear of people that stops me feeling whole. This is a unique situation where the past can heal, as looking back has reminded me what is real. Looking back to a time with no social media has made my feelings of guilt a lot easier. Back then, our social lives weren't office jobs. We weren't ruled by notifications because we just met up with our friends when we were free. Our downtime spent just letting ourselves be. We weren't addicted to a fake reality. The internet hadn't turned us into homemade detainees. So, if you find your phone is the main source of your contact, then I just ask you to stop. Take a step back, as much as you feel like you need your phone. As deep down, it helps the fear of being alone. But whilst you spend all those hours with that light up rectangle. I just feel that you are all taking a gamble. That one day you will suddenly look back and realise that that little screen of yours was your main demise. As personally, in my own opinion, there's so much more to this life we are given than sitting on the sofa with a phone in your hand whilst leaving our dreams dead and unmanned.